Alright guys, welcome back again to the channel. So Tunisian head coach by the name Sami Trabelsi has come out to warn the Super Eagles, stating that he knows our weaknesses and he has studied them very, very meticulously with his players. And that's what they are about to unleash tonight when they face off against the Super Eagles around 9 p.m. Nigerian time. So he said that Nigeria is a strong team. They have a good squad. They have good quality, but there is no big team or there is no strong team that doesn't have weaknesses. And what he has done now, in the last couple of hours, is watch video clips of the Super Eagles, especially study their last game against Tanzania, and also he said that he has been able to spot out the weaknesses that he can exploit with his boys. So that's what he said, and that is where he's putting his hope on. How to exploit our weaknesses. It is what he said. The last game, there was no real expression. When we play with only organized offense and defense, it decreases the performance of some players. Nigeria are strong defensively and offensively. All players will be involved, not only defenders. We focus only on the field. Social media or past results will not affect us. Hazim is fit and doing better in training. There is no national team without a weak point, and we have studied Nigeria's. To go to war, we must beat big teams. That is what he said. Of course, he gave a little bit of an update concerning one of his players who's also very important for his team, Hazim. That's his name. But if you look at what's happening right now, you see that everybody is fired up from both camps. It's as I said yesterday, it's going to be a 50-50 match. I don't think any team is going to want to respect the other too much. It's just going to be a clash of two giants, who will put everything on the pitch tonight to try and win the game for their teams. But again, guys, just to give you some updates about our team. Of course, as I said, everybody is good from the look of things. We don't have injury issues, and Jarek Shell has the liberty of selecting from all of the players. They had their final training yesterday evening, and it was very good. Everything went fine. So I'm just going to give you guys my expected formation for tonight's game. I think it's going to be maybe similar to what we saw in the first game against Tanzania. Of course, in the Tanzania game, we saw Coach Eric Shell opting to use the 4-3-3 formation, or 4-3-1-2 formation, where he had where he paired Victor Osimhen and Ako Adams as two strikers, and then Lukman just below them, and then you will be Ndidi, Chukwueze all played in the midfield. You will be played from the left midfield, Chukwueze from the right, Ndidi at the center, and then Kabembasi, Sanusi, Ajayi, Osei Samuel were the front, were the four defenders that we had. Stanley Wabali was the goalkeeper. For this match, I think it's going to make a few changes, just 1 or 2, 3 changes that I'm expecting. I think it's going to start with Wabali, because Wabali didn't make a very big blunder that would warrant him to miss this game. Yes, you can argue that goal was very cheap and he could have done better, but it's not so big that he would sit this one out. I don't think it's going to keep him in the bench. So Wabali, I think, is going to start. So I think Wabali is going to start, and the formation for today, the expected formation will probably be 4-2-3-1 formation. And this is how I think it's going to line up. As I said, Nwabali in the post, and then Bright to say Samuel play the two. Ajayi and Basi, I think they will retain their positions in central backs. And then Sanusi will probably not start today. Maybe we'll get to see the likes of Bruno Onyemaechi starting today's game, because Sanusi in the last game, you can agree with me, he wasn't really in that match. All these crossings were just going outside the pitch. So for the midfield area, I think it's going to want to put more physically able players, So I'm seeing the likes of two pivots, whereby he select the likes of Ndidi and Frank Onyeka, because of course Tunisia is very formidable when it comes to the midfield. They know how to pass the ball around. It's not just Tunisia, but also all the North African countries. Sorry, they always have a way of owning the midfield when you play against them. So I think Sher might want to stick with two midfielders that are very combative and very able to mark. So an Onyeka and Ndidi playing in front of the defenders. And then for the attacking players, I'm seeing the likes of Iwobi playing the attacking midfield role, and then to his right, maybe Ako Adams gets to play that position because Chukwueze didn't really perform in the last game. And Ako Adams showed that he's a very versatile player. He's not only strong, but he can also make the runs. He can drive with the ball. He can create chances. And then on the left of Iwobi, I'm seeing the likes of Ademola Lookman playing that position, and then Victor Osimhen occupies the striker position. So those are the guys that I think will start, but also the second half will be interesting because we have some great substitutions. A lot of guys like Dele Bashiru can come in at some point. Moses Simon as well, Paul Onuachu, Igor Ogu for defense, and then say with Desas, Chidera Ejuke, Akin Samira. We have a lot of players who can bring the quality when we have tired legs on the pitch. But it's going to be interesting, as I said. Of course, formation is the official formation or lineup is going to come out, I think, 1 hour before the match. So that's going to probably be around 8 p.m. this evening because the match is around 9 p.m. But before then, some interesting matches will be played. Talk about Benin Republic playing against Botswana. That match is around 1:30, and then the next game is Senegal versus DR Congo around 4 p.m. It's also very interesting. Then see the likes of Uganda playing against Tanzania around 6:30, and after that game, Nigeria locks on against Tunisia by 9 p.m. So all the games today is really interesting and very important as well. And before our game gets played, we get to see the other teams from our group play first. Talk about Uganda and Tanzania. The result from that match is going to mean a lot for our group, but of course the main focus is going to be on ourselves and the match that we have against this Tunisian side and how to get all 3 points from that match. But let's move on and talk about one reaction right now from an ex-Super Eagles international. Is actually legend of the team, Emmanuel Amunike. He has come on now to back the Super Eagles to give everything that they can to win this Nations Cup. He says that it's difficult, enough for the team because they only have one player who seems to be the one putting all or most of the effort. And he's talking about Victor Osimhen, but he says that Osimhen has done a lot for himself. He's been very good. But he's been excellent over the last couple of years, and that he needs to win something. He needs to win title. He and his set, they need to win something for them to be remembered in the history of the Super Eagles. As a great team or a great set, just like they themselves, had theirs during their time. He said if they don't win anything, then people will not remember them with much importance or much significance. It'll just be like, hey, these guys had a great team, but they didn't win anything. So that would be a dent to their record. So he's kind of urging them now to give everything to win it this time. He wants Osimhen particularly to be successful with the team and win a major trophy with this team. He said to that regard, he said, one thing I can always tell you is that when I look back at Osimhen, the same character he's demonstrating as a leader is what he has done over the years, and I am glad and I would like to see him winning the AFCON. I would love to see Osimhen winning the AFCON with this group. They can be good players, but if at the end of the day you never achieve something, people can always say it is a good team, but they never achieved anything. I would love them to win the AFCON, but they have to win it by fighting and earning it, not by talking. So that's what he said. Of course, it's still a long way, but all hope is intact. The support is there, and the belief is there as well. So it's left for our boys to carry all of this onto the pitch, and then play with heart, play with passion, and play with the belief that they can go as far as possible and win the title. But it starts tonight. It's a big important match against Tunisia tonight. They need to get a victory. They need to get a result in this match to proceed.